Hi guys, and welcome to the Marc the Shark MMA show. Appreciate you guys watching me here on my Twitch channel. And don't forget, please follow me. If you happen to have an Amazon Prime account, you can subscribe for free. And also make sure you follow me on my social media accounts, including the Marc the Shark MMA show, YouTube channel, the Marc the Shark MMA show, Facebook channel. My Twitch channel is Marc BJJ Fighter. And my Instagram is Marc_Retorto. And don't forget, it's Marc with a C and not a K. And don't forget to visit the website where you can sign up to be a guest, you can sign up to become a sponsor, or you can shop. Get fabulous hoodies and t-shirts like the one I'm wearing right here. Not too shabby, right? And also you can make a donation. And also don't forget that I also have a podcast that comes out either on iHeartRadio, Stitcher, Podbean, pretty much everywhere. I have a new episode that comes out every Friday or Sunday, depending on how the week goes. And then I'll be here on Twitch every Saturday. So make sure you watch me every single Saturday on this channel. All right, guys. Stay tuned and watch the show and enjoy it.
Guys, if you're watching us on YouTube, make sure you hit the subscribe button on our YouTube channel and hit the alert button so you get updates. And also, you can follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. This podcast episode is also brought to you by Retorto Family Books. If you're interested in great books for your children to read, get books by Christina Retorto. And if you're interested in action, thriller, suspense books, you can get The Cabal, The Saga Begins, or fantasy books like Marcus the Vampire, both written by your host, Marc the Shark Retorto. Again, go to www.retortofamilybooks.com. All right, guys, we're back on the show. Today I got a special guest. We got Shlomo Boyd. How you doing today, guy?
I'm doing good. How about you?
Good, man. Keep him busy. Don't mind the hair, dude. I had to cut my hair myself because of COVID, I'm afraid to go out.
On here too.
And get my hair cut at a barbershop. They just opened them up near me, too, but rather safe than sorry. You should have seen me before, man. My hair was so long. It was like a fro, bro.
What state are you in?
Huh?
What state are you in?
I'm in New Jersey. Where are you from?
Georgia.
Georgia. All right, man.
Yeah. Everything's open down here.
Yeah?
Never really closed.
It's crazy, right? It's crazy.
Yep.
Well, give us a little background on yourself. So you're an MMA fighter. Are you pro or amateur?
I'm amateur. I plan on going pro after my third fight. It's probably going to be like after August. Background, I was born in Israel. I lived all around the place. I lived in St. Louis for a little bit. I lived in Chicago. I went to West Point in New York, and I live in Georgia now. I've been a lot of places.
Wow. Your family in the military or something? Like,
We just
how'd you end up from Israel to Georgia?
my parents met in Israel. My dad still lives there.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow. So were you in West Point, like, for college, or?
Yes.
Oh, okay. It's a good school, West Point Military. That's not far from here. It's like 30, 40 minutes from here, I think. Someone told me once. Wow. Yeah. So how'd you get into the martial arts?
I wrestled in high school, so I always liked it. And I played football. And I said if I stopped playing football, I would fight. So I came to Georgia State. I had to walk on, and they didn't take any skilled players this season. So I said I might as well just fight.
Now, yeah. West Point, did you play football at West Point? Or?
Yes, I did. I played at prep school.
Okay. Yeah, because I know they got a good football team over there. All right. So where are you training down now in Georgia? Like,
I train at Straight Blast Gym. Also, I go to Georgia State, so we have a good amount of MMA things here.
This name sounds familiar. Straight Blast.
What?
It's Straight Blast.
Straight Blaster. That's where Conor McGregor came out of.
Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, is that like a U.S. affiliate or something?
Yes. They have Straight Blast Gym all around the world. Mm-hmm.
Oh, really? I didn't know that. I thought he was just in Ireland.
It's mostly in England and Ireland, but they have They have a good amount in the United States and other places
Wow.
too.
Have you met Conor McGregor or no?
No,
Nah.
I haven't been there that long. I just joined this summer because I couldn't be downtown. So after August, I'm going to be somewhere else. So I'm just at Straight
Oh,
Black.
okay. All right. So you mostly wrestled, and then you just recently got into MMA.
Yes, yes. But
Okay.
I could always strike. I have hands. Like my first fight was a KO. My first hit dropped him. First punch I
Really?
ever landed dropped him.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. But you had no formal striking training, or did you just for that fight?
Hey, my brother did MMA in Israel, and we've always fought. I've always striked. I was gonna box for West Point, but I chose not to because they didn't do enough lifting for me. I didn't want to do that. So I've done striking training, but I wouldn't say like officially. But I knew I could strike.
Oh, okay. So you're just like one of those naturally gifted knockout
Yeah,
artists.
yeah. I play a lot of different sports, so I just understand how the body works. And
Okay.
I've been working on it.
Okay. And then where do you say you go to school now? Georgia Tech?
Georgia State.
Oh, Georgia State. Okay. Well, so what are you studying over there?
Business, um, pre-managerial science. They have
Oh,
good
okay.
business schools. So yeah,
Okay. All right. So is that like so you can have something to prepare to fall back on, or your main focus is to fight like full
my
time?
main focus is to fight. Like I told, I've just fought for VFC in Tennessee. I told Tim Lloyd like, after my third fight, I'm going pro. I know people do like 10 amateur fights, and I'm not doing it. I want to
Yeah,
go
I never
pro.
really understood that because
They-
I knew one guy. Um, well, he doesn't live in Jersey anymore. He never went pro. He had like over 20 amateur fights and a lot of
Mhm.
amateur belts and stuff like that. But he never went pro, and I never understood it. Because you
They're
guys, when you
scared.
fight amateur, you don't make any money. I mean, you don't make that much money as a pro unless you get to the big leagues. But I never
Definitely.
understood that why people want to
Yeah.
stay amateur that long. I could see like maybe like 5 or 6, and then I would think after your fifth fight, you should kind of know if this is going to be your chosen profession. Because everybody's got like a different outlook. Like some people just do it because they like to compete and
Mhm.
they still have that competitive edge, I guess, from wrestling. But they don't
Yes.
really see themselves as doing this full time. They just want to. I guess they did it just to see how good they'd be at it. And then other guys are like, "Oh, I love it. I want to like do this for the rest of my life,
Yeah.
make a living at it." So is that
Yeah.
where you see
Me.
yourself?
Yes. I wouldn't fight if I didn't want to do it for a living. I don't do this for fun.
Nah.
I want to. I'm serious about it, and yeah, I can understand that a lot of people don't want to go pro. They
Yeah.
might be scared. They might have fear. They might not want to do it like that. But no, I'm not gonna do more than 3 amateur fights,
Yeah.
and I'll be done with that by August 8th. I already have my next 2 fights. So
Oh wow. Okay.
I basically they're in the works, but I basically have them. Mhm.
And they're all in Georgia, right? Because they don't have type
I've
regulation.
tried the Georgia. We have NFC in Georgia. They haven't. I tried getting fights with them. They haven't given me one yet. So I went to Tennessee my last fight for VFC. They're
Oh.
real like good at getting back with me, and they've given me a fight. And I'll probably be fighting there again August 8th. And
Oh.
then
Okay.
Island Fights. I've been talking to Island Fights, and they might have something for me.
And how far is Tennessee from Georgia?
Knoxville is close. Knoxville, it
Really?
only took us like 3 hours tops.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I knew it wasn't like that close. And I knew it wasn't like a half-hour drive, but I didn't think. I
No,
thought it was a
it's
little
not
more than
far.
3 hours. That's cool. That's
Definitely.
cool. Oh man. So now, like, so when you guys go from the amateur circuit to the pro circuit, now do they have like because here in Jersey they got the CFFC. I think that's probably like, and then they got
Hmm.
dead. I think it's Dead Serious Promotions or something like that. And
I've
then you
heard
got
of it.
Lou Neglia's got some fight thing in Long Island.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty popular.
Yeah.
Ring of Combat. Ring of Combat. That's it. Ring of Combat in
Yeah.
Long Island. And then they have, I think it's Dead Serious in Jersey, along with CFFC. CFFC, I think, goes all over the East Coast, pretty
Mm-hmm.
much. Is that? Have you heard of them? CFFC? I forget what the initials stand for.
I think I have. I've definitely heard of Ring of
Combat.
Combat and Dead
Yeah,
Series. I've
that's
heard
where
of
like
them.
Matt, Sarah, and
Mm-hmm.
Drago, his student, came from. I think a lot of those guys from the Henzo Gracie school usually go through there before they go into the UFC. I think, but I'm sure there might be lower level competitions. So is that where
Yeah.
you're looking to start first, like for your first pro fight, or?
Uh, I'll take what I can get. I mean, I still need to network, which is another reason why I did this. I'm new to this. I haven't been even thinking about being an MMA fighter until like when was football trials? It was like I don't know, December, maybe until like March.
Okay,
And I had a fight, in like May. No, I had a fight in like April, but I just fought now in July.
that's
It's
the
like
guy
I've
you beat
I've
out,
been
right?
doing combat things, but I didn't think about doing it seriously until now. So I still need more connections. So if I have pro opportunities, I'll just take the best one. Yeah.
Mhm. So what are you like? You focus all over? You do the jiu-jitsu, you do the wrestling, you do the boxing, or is there like
Uh,
certain things that you're trying to focus more on now?
I think obviously wrestling is most important, but I focus on everything. Jiu-jitsu, of course, because I did wrestle. I'm used to wrestling and striking, and I needed to incorporate some jiu-jitsu in there too. Make sure I have a lot of submissions and obviously submission defense. But that comes with the wrestling, so it's not hard to learn it, but the more I know, the better.
Mm,
I
yeah.
did a jiu-jitsu competition the week before my first fight for NFC. I didn't win. I lost by like advantage, by a submission attempt, but it was a
Okay.
good learning experience.
Oh, okay. Yeah, was it like NAGA or was it an IBJF tournament or submission
It
only?
was it was NFC National Fighting Championship. They have jiu-jitsu
Jiu-jitsu.
competition.
Oh, okay.
That's the biggest promotion in Georgia, NFC.
Okay. Yeah, different states got different things, It's always
Mm-hmm.
different. Yeah. So what is it that you like about fighting? Like, is it the adrenaline rush? Like,
It's sports. I just like playing sports. I've done all kind of sports in my life. My first sport was swimming. I ran college track. I played college football. Um, I just like to compete. So it's
okay.
not fighting specifically, but I also like that it's not a team sport. I've been doing a lot of team sports in my life, and football that kind of get aggravating at some points.
Yeah, I've heard that before. I've heard that
It's
before.
it's very political because in fighting the best is the best. In football, you could be the best and still not play. So it all depends on where you're at and who you're with. So I
Yeah.
like that about fighting. It's like it's no question.
Yeah, I had a guy on the show. I think his name was Dion Smash Clash. I forget what state he was from, but he was
Mm-hmm.
saying the same thing. I think he played college football or something, and he didn't like the political aspect. Like he thought he was better
Football is
than
so
certain
political. It's
people, like in
ridiculous.
college especially, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
you could be better than somebody, and it all depends on how
Yeah.
well the coach likes you, and then that's when he went from right to fighting.
Hope the person in front of you gets injured because that's like the only way you're gonna move up in the depth chart. Like it's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's
It's
crazy, right?
ridiculous. Like you could be the best player, dominate everything in practice, have the best footwork, be the strongest, and they're gonna play who they're gonna play. It's that
Wow.
simple. So that's what I
Yeah,
like about fighting and things like this.
yeah.
Like
It's like that with everything, though, man. It's like that with everything. You notice that, like in life in general, business too. Well, it's all So you're taking the right steps, man.
mm-hmm.
Trying to promote yourself and so forth.
Definitely.
Yeah. You got a website for yourself or no?
No,
Um,
I'll have one eventually, I guess.
yeah. All right, you got a Facebook page, right?
Yes, I have
Yeah.
Facebook, Instagram. You can find me at Shlomo Boyd. I'm probably the only Shlomo Boyd in the world, so
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
not hard to find.
You gotta start marketing yourself, man.
Yes, sir.
You know, get your website, go to Wix.com, get a free website. You don't have to spend money.
Yes.
Get a free website, put your social media on there, get YouTube. Yeah, YouTube channel. I think you sent me a
I do.
YouTube clip, but I don't know if that was from your channel or whatnot. Or
Oh, I sent you the fight highlights.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that was my first punch. The first punch I ever landed was I knocked the dude out. It wasn't a clean knockout, but I did win by KO though. It
Yeah,
was in a TKO. It was a KO.
yeah. That's cool. Now, do you see yourself like when you get old and stuff, like continuing with sports, or you think you'd be like, I'm gonna get
Definitely. I think
normal
that's the
dog
career I
time.
prefer.
Sports,
Yeah,
right?
I'd rather do sports and then business. But the business is gonna come off the sports. So
Yeah, that's cool. Cool.
yeah.
Now, who do you like? Who's like your favorite fighter when you do in MMA right now?
Uh, I like Woodley because he's from where I was from in St. Louis, and I like Nate Diaz because he's cool. Nate
He's
Diaz
got a
is
lot
cool.
of fans, man.
Yeah,
Right? You would think, like,
and
and
I'm vegan.
something.
He's vegan too.
Oh, you're vegan.
Yeah, I've been
Okay,
vegan
yeah,
my
which
whole life. I've
confusing.
never ate meat in my life. So
Never.
never in my
You never
life.
had a decent steak?
No, I
No.
never ate steak.
Holy shit! So what do you do when you go to a family barbecue, dude? What do you eat?
I mean, it depends what part of the family it is, because parts of my family are vegan, parts aren't. So it just depends.
So what do you do when you go to the part that are meat lovers? What do you eat there?
Uh, I just don't eat anything. Fries, if they have fries, I'll eat some fries. That's about it.
Oh man, I wish I could do that. I wish I could do that, man. I just love meat. I gotta have my beef, man. My steak. Some good steaks, man.
You'd be
Especially like
surprised. I
wagyu,
fight. Like I tell you, I will not get tired. Try to rush me. I can wrestle. You know, people try to wrestle me. That's like, oh, he'll get tired. I don't get tired. I won't let people take me down. I'll keep the fight standing. I could take people down, but like I said, I'm trying to elevate myself as quickly as possible. So all of my wins have to be by KO. So like
man.
if you, I don't know if I sent you the whole video, but I could have submitted him. I just let it stand up because I
Mm.
prefer to get the KO.
Now
He was a good fighter. I fought a good person.
you think your conditioning is due to your diet? You think that helps?
I don't get tired. I have a lot of energy,
There you go.
and I work out. I stay in shape always. I took a fight at 185. That's really the dude was bigger than me. I weighed in at 179. He was at 186, and like I weighed in with my clothes on too because I knew I was underweight. But like I said, I would take any fight. I just want to fight at this point. But once I get my next fight is going to be at a better weight for myself. But I just wanted to get my career started.
Uh, so what's your normal fight class?
Uh, I'm a welterweight.
Okay.
I'd be
Okay.
170.
What'd you think of Woodley's last fight against Burns?
He's not trying. He's not trying. He's better than them. I know he's better than them. If he would just throw punches, I don't know if he's scared. I don't know if he doesn't care. But if he would throw punches and wrestle how he could wrestle, he should be dominating him.
Yeah.
Especially Burns. Because no offense to like the Brazilian, like he's a college wrestler. I know Burns can wrestle, but he shouldn't be getting dominated like that.
Yeah.
I know Woodley's a better wrestler.
Yeah, he was like a national champ or something like that, right? Or
He was a Big 12 champ, but he was an All-American. He never won a national championship.
okay. And I know he's got knockout power,
Yes. I
because
don't know. It's mental with him. It looked like he's not trying. I don't know.
yeah, because he was like that in the when he fought Wonder Boy too. He was like a little
Mm-hmm.
hesitant too, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know. Hopefully he gets his mind back in the game
Yeah.
because he's a pretty good athlete.
Mhm.
Should definitely get back in there. You know,
Definitely.
yeah.
We'll see what
God.
happens though. I just like him because where he's from. I don't like him because the way he fights. He's not entertaining whatsoever. I like McGregor. McGregor's entertaining.
Yeah. Yeah. What about, and you said you like the Diaz brothers, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you like because they talk smack, or is there like what do you like about the?
Entertaining. He goes out there and he fights. That's all you can ask. I like that. You know? I don't.
He's a unique
Most UFC
individual.
fighters. I'm not a fan of most UFC fighters, but Diaz
Yeah.
brothers, McGregor, they're entertaining. But it's a young sport. I don't think people understand that much. So, like the talent keeps growing. You keep getting different kinds of people. So I love watching it though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So who do you think will be the first organization you'd fight for as a pro?
Uh,
Like you have your mindset on with someone like local to your area, or
if it's not, it might be the people I had my first fight with, Valor Fighting Championship, because I have a good relationship with their promoter. I mean, or their matchmaker, I guess. But I would prefer it if I'll go as big as possible. I heard somebody talking about after I get 3 matches, he'll try to get me something with BKFC. I've heard all kinds of stuff. But I'm gonna keep connecting with people and see what can happen. 'Cause some people make their debut on Bellator. I don't like it. I don't know.
yeah, I've seen that before, but I didn't recall if they had like a high record or not. They went in there. The same
They'll
thing with the
probably be
CFL.
like they probably had like 5 amateur fights and then they go pro. But it just
Yeah,
depends on the hype they bring. I guess they have managers too.
yeah, because I seen that with the PFL too. There were some, not a lot, but there were a couple of guys in there that didn't have that many fights.
I could do island fights too. Island fights is a pretty big promotion. That's where Yoel Romero and I think Masvidal came out of there too. They have some good fights, so I could go pro with them.
Okay, wow, man. Yeah, and then like, how much do they get pay you guys like when you're starting out? Like
I
a
don't
couple
know.
hundred?
It's probably like 500. I don't know.
Yeah, it's not that much, man.
It depends on who you do it with. Because I was talking to this dude a few months ago in California. I don't know if it's like the IFL, something like that. But he said the only way he could get me a fight is if I did pro. And he said it'd be 500 to show up, 500 to win. I don't know if that's standard, but it's not that much for if somebody's doing it for a living. But I'm only 20. I go to college. I'll take it. That's just extra money.
Uh, Now, do you have your own like manager, or are you just managing yourself?
I manage myself. I contact all these people through Facebook. I find the promotions, find the matchmakers. Yeah. I need more connections because it's hard. You think it'd be easy to get a fight. Some promotions are easier than others. Some don't respond. Some do. So
Really?
yeah, like the one I want to fight in Georgia. People in Georgia they won't give me a fight. The
Really?
ones in Tennessee will give me a fight. Yeah.
I wonder why that is. Do you think it's because they just like to stick with the same
They
guy?
like to stick with people from like people that train at like known gyms and like you're connected with their coaches. I train at Straight Blast Gym, but they're not my corner man. I've only been there for like a month. If I told them I fought, they'd probably be like, "Why are you fighting?" So I have my own corner man. So the promotion they like to contact like the people at the gyms that they already know, but I'm not really connected to them. So I guess they do that. Other promotions, like the ones I fought with, they go through myself personally, which I think is better because I'm the one fighting. Why do you have to ask my coach? Doesn't make sense.
Now, did they ask to see some highlight films on you before you fight, or
I only have one fight. I have highlight film now, so I
yeah?
send that out a lot.
Yeah, you
It's
should,
been a
man. You
good.
should.
Yeah, I
Should.
got a lot of
Good
love
marketing
since
for it.
that first win. It was a big show in Tennessee. There was a lot of people there.
Yeah. Was it at like a casino in Tennessee, or was it like at a?
No, it was at this club called the Cotton Eye Joe. It's like a big club. It's a pretty big club. It could have been as much as 600 people in there. It's a big club.
Yeah, because I talked to a lot. I'm trying to think of Steve. Oh, it's escaping me. I don't know if it's I think it's Missouri or something like that. I've talked to a lot of MMA fighters there. For some reason, they
What,
got like these
Shamrock?
Shamrock, yeah, Shamrock Championships. I think it's like on a casino, like on a boat or
Hmm.
something, or
Yeah, like a riverboat.
yeah. It's kind of you're
Yeah,
wild, right? Or like
Mississippi.
fighting like some casino that's like a floating casino. It's not
Hmm.
Atlantic City, but it's pretty
Yeah,
cool though. Yeah, it's like a pretty big organization. A lot of guys go over there, so
yeah.
forth.
I would like to fight there. I was in St. Louis for 7 years, so I know if I fought in St. Louis, I'd have a lot of people come out.
Ah,
So that'd be nice. Mhm.
yeah.
I've
Well,
heard a
if
lot
you
about
don't mind,
Shamrock.
I'll send you a guy you could probably talk to.
Oh yeah, no, send me all the people. I talk to everybody. After August,
I got a guy on my show. I think it was his. He's not a fighter. He trains, but he
mhm.
was managing a fighter. I just can't forget the guy's name. And I know his name is Justin something.
Yeah.
I forget the name of his fighter, and I think he fought on with the Shamrock. He might be pro now, for all I know, because it was about over a year ago that I talked to him. But yeah, man. So this is
Mm-hmm.
good. This is good.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So if any promoters out there looking for someone to fight, this is your guy. You got to talk to him,
Yeah,
right?
I'm very marketable. People like me. I get knockouts, and I'm different. I'm from Israel. Who you know from Israel?
There you go. There you go.
Exactly.
And what's your Facebook page again?
Shlomo Boyd, my name. Shlomo. Last name Boyd. Boyd.
There you go. So you can
Yes, sir.
contact them there, and I'll do a little plug-in for myself. If you guys are interested in a good action thriller novel, check out my book, The Kabbalah Saga Begins. You can get it at my website, www.markthesharkmmaShow.com or retortofamilybooks.com. If you go there, you could get the autograph copy for just $8. All right, good, man. It was great having you on the show.
You
Hopefully,
too.
we'll have you again after your next fight. Get send me some more highlight footage.
I'll
And
fight at the end of July or beginning of August. So
yeah,
I'll
man.
let you know. I'll keep you posted.
Yeah, man. Send me some highlight videos, and we have you back on the show, and we'll talk about that as well.
Yes, sir.
All right, all right, everybody. That's it. That's a wrap. We'll be back after the short break.
All right, guys, we'll be right back, but first, a word from our sponsors.
During World War II, I was in prison in a Nazi camp. I died there, or so I thought. Instead, I became a creature of the dark world. Now I fight to protect my daughter. I am Marcus the Vampire. The book is now available at Amazon and BarnesandNoble.com and RetortoFamilyBooks.com.